It was 1999. I was 19 years old, young, hopeful, and ready to start a new chapter in my life. But what happened over the next year would change me forever. Back in high school, I had the biggest crush on a boy I'll call DN. He was funny, charming, and had that magnetic personality that pulled people in. Everyone liked him. For years, I kept my feelings to myself, thinking he would never notice me. Fast forward to 1989, I was newly single after ending a long relationship. And out of nowhere, DN and I reconnected. I admitted that I had always liked him, bracing myself for rejection. But to my surprise, he admitted the same. He said he'd always thought about me too. And just like that, it felt like a dream come true. We fell for each other quickly. Late-night phone calls, long drives, laughing until the sun came up. Within months, he proposed. I said yes without hesitation. I packed my things, preparing to move to Alaska, where he lived. My family was skeptical, but I didn't care. For the first time in my life, I thought I had found my forever. Then, life threw a curveball. A few weeks before my final move, I found out I was pregnant. My emotions were everywhere. Nervous, scared, but above all, excited. I couldn't wait to tell him. I called DN, heart pounding, ready to share the news. But before I could get the words out, he started talking about a party he had gone to. He sounded different, distracted, almost giddy. "There's this girl I met," he said. "She's amazing. I think I'm falling for her." My stomach dropped. I finally blurted out, "Are you saying you cheated on me?" There was a long silence. And then quietly he said, "Yeah, I'm sorry. It just happened." My world collapsed in that moment. The man who had promised me forever had betrayed me in the cruelest way. And before I could even process it all, I miscarried. The stress, the heartbreak, it was too much for my body to handle. I lost the baby I had never even gotten the chance to celebrate. Still, I had no choice but to go to Alaska. My belongings were already on the way. My life was packed into boxes. I told myself I would at least collect my things, close this chapter, and find a way to move on. But DN wasn't done breaking me. When I arrived at the airport, he never showed up. I was stranded, humiliated, calling every number I knew until finally someone gave me a ride to his house. And when I walked in, there she was, the new girlfriend. He didn't even have the decency to hide it. I was forced to stay on the couch while he flaunted his new relationship right in front of me. I cried silently every night, staring at the ceiling, wondering how my life had turned into this nightmare. I kept my composure during the day, but inside, I was falling apart. And that's when a thought came to me. If he wasn't going to respect me, I would make sure he paid for what he had done. One night, at a party, I pulled his girlfriend aside. We talked, we laughed, and I could see how naive she was, how convinced she was that she was the one. I leaned in closer, whispered things she wanted to hear, and before long, I seduced her. Afterwards, I told her everything. About his proposal, about the baby, about the betrayal. Her face went pale. I could see her world shatter in the same way mine had. And just like that, their perfect romance started to crack. But my revenge was only the beginning. Karma was waiting for him. Weeks later, she cheated on him with his best friend and left him. He tried to hold it together, but everything unraveled at once. On Christmas Eve, he lost his job. His truck got impounded. His family disowned him, tired of his lies and reckless choices. Even his friends turned on him. One night they got him drunk, beat him up, and threw him out into the snow. With nothing left, he had no choice but to leave Alaska. No girlfriend, no car, no job, no family, no friends. Just a broken man with nothing but regret. 5 years later, out of the blue, he tracked me down. His voice shook on the phone. He cried, sobbing that I had planted a seed that destroyed his life. And that's when I told him the one truth that still haunted me. I was pregnant. We lost the baby, and you never knew. Because you never cared enough to ask. The line went silent. All I could hear were his tears. That silence, his realization of everything he had destroyed, was the closure I never knew I needed. By then, I had moved on. I was married, expecting a child, building a life full of love and stability. He, on the other hand, had nothing left but his regrets. And that's the thing about karma. You can run from it, you can ignore it, you can pretend it doesn't exist. But when it finally catches up to you, it doesn't just knock on your door, it tears your entire house down,